I don't believe you till she talks to me.
This
There it
meeting
is.
is being recorded.
Wow. You're
Mine
like the
says
spitting
recording in
image.
process.
The Southern Belle voice.
You're the spitting
Recording
image. Can you
in
change her voice?
process.
Can you choose what her voice is? Like, can you do like a Russian accent?
Does it come
Recording.
across on the recording with her voice? This
in
meeting.
communist Russia, video records you.
Wait,
That's you.
do the Swedish one. The Swedish recording voice.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna do the recording now.
you're talking about the German one.
That sounded
Oh,
Irish. That sounded Irish.
I'm terrible with the
We're
person.
going to do the
We're going to
recording
do
now.
this Zoom recording. Going to record the podcast. It's going to be
It's time to
great.
record. Do a little Australian.
All right.
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 Time to record. What are you doing? Laddie.
You sound like Cork.
I know, yeah, that's my Australian accent.
Oh,
Is
it's
Cord.
New Master 69.
What are we doing now? Okay.
You sounded a little bit like old Greg. If you've ever
I got
seen this,
nothing.
you've never
Old
seen
Greg?
the old Greg videos. No. Okay.
I have an
That's
Uncle Greg.
That's good. That's real good.
Fine. Let's do. I know an old faithful one. All right, boy. Let's do the recording now.
Dang it, Bobby.
son, Bobby. Time to record it. Let's do this. You piece of crap. All right.
Quit messing with my propane, Bobby.
Are we marking this off? Are we
Sure, why not?
Ronnie? Are we Ronnie
This-
this off?
We should Ronnie this off.
Sure.
Okay.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Ronnie.
Good morning, my brothers, and
Nope.
don't do it.
That
Is it-
didn't come across.
is it,
any good.
Like,
Monday?
straight
Maybe my
here.
microphone
you're
can't
too,
handle it.
You're too loud
you
with
did,
it.
you did too long, and Zoom was like, "No, we're just gonna
think
keep
you
it
should
down."
whisper it.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. All right, fine. I'll just do a normal one. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode number 142 of the Good Morning Guys podcast, thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we continue discussing the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and to play. I'm one of your four hosts, the Brazilian mountaineer who's a killing mosquitoes with shurikens by day and transitioning ninja style by night, Lucas Ham Swisher. Also with me, the judge, jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, who just last week unknowingly broke his verbal commitment from episode 41, our love episode, to buy an ostrich egg with Claire and cook it and eat it up. Patrick Novacell.
I'm gonna call fake news on that because
That's fine.
episode 41 was our live episode. So
No, episode 42 was our live episode. Oh, maybe it was the live episode.
Yep.
Not love episode, live episode.
You ate
Sorry.
an ostrich egg?
I was like, we had a love episode.
Okay.
Live? I don't know.
It was
about
the
this.
live.
The
I
love
mistyped. I definitely
episode.
typed the love episode. It was the live episode.
Now you
All right.
autocorrect.
So I accept half of your correction, but I will stand by that in the live show, you said you would, in 100 episodes, buy the ostrich egg that you saw with Claire and then fry it up and eat it with her.
That's a big egg. I don't know.
That's just so you know.
Okay.
All right. Now that we have the record straight, on his left and my right, the semi-retired volleyball and beast of the East, who may or may not someday become a professional ARC player, but will always make sure to make you laugh in 3 words or less. Or he will personally come to your house, knock out your stink bugs, drag them out of the house, and take them to the proverbial woodshed. Ronnie Johantis.
You can't really take a stink bug to the woodshed. I mean, you can just give them a light beating, then to get them outside before they die.
Yeah,
That's the
fair
key.
enough.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
You don't want them to die in here. Like you can't. Your house can't be the woodshed.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Noted.
This is where it would be handy to have an actual woodshed to take them to.
It would. It would.
good call.
We'll work on that. Mm-hmm. And then the final member of the GMG Quadfecta, who's got Jesus and music in his heart, Doctor Who and Apex legends on his brain, and 8 days a week, most likely has La Coretta and Dunkin' Donuts in his oldest stomacho. And for the second week in a row, is not wearing a blue shirt. Live from Outer Banks, Marc, Boucher?
Last week I was totally wearing a blue shirt, so
Nope.
we're gonna leave it at
It
that.
was gray.
Nope,
It was a
not-
gray shirt, not blue.
Not gonna agree with that in the slightest.
Can't prove it. We saw the picture and it still looked
totally
gray.
totally did prove it.
I agree with
So-
Mark on this one. I'm pretty sure it was blue.
That's fine. You can agree.
Agree to disagree.
That's right. That's what we'll do.
But
Alrighty then.
I apologize in advance for any slight noises you hear in the background. You may see behind me somebody walking by this door that is behind me. So just
For you-
FYI.
For you podcast listeners, you will not see anything, but we'll let you know when little
Right,
faces pop
right.
up behind Mark and creep us out.
So, Mark, what are
Alrighty
you
then.
doing? Where are you?
Yeah. What are you doing,
Where in
Mr.
the world
Outer
is-
Banks? Mark Boucher. Yeah, you might
Well-
as well start, Mark. You're
I'm
You're-
on location right now.
you're doing it live from Outer Banks.
Yep. I'm in the Outer Banks, North Carolina, on vacation. Unfortunately, we don't have the snazzy overlays right now if you're watching this. So we are recording via Zoom because that's what I have right now. Yeah, we are on vacation right now in a nice beach house on the ocean. We've been in this house for the past 3-4 summers now. Basically with my wife's extended family. We go every year to the Outer Banks and spend a week here. So, and it's been good. We've only been here since last night, but it's been nice just chilling out, doing whatever, enjoying the sights and the sounds of the ocean here, and yeah, just kicking back and chilling. My past week has been kind of sort of on the boring side, at least on the IRL front. But on the gaming side, a couple of things happened. Obviously, Saturday night was our final Royale Rumble stream for the month.
Hmm.
And I streamed a little bit of Hyperscape and quickly was done with Hyperscape.
Yikes.
Oh,
And-
How
yeah.
long did you last?
An hour.
All right.
And, yeah. So the gameplay's okay, but like it just wasn't grabbing me. Plus, and I was talking to Ed Placencia about this. It's basically the only people left now are like the super pro players, the tryhards that you just can't enjoy
Oh.
anything. So Hyperscape has a team deathmatch mode that was kind of fun. I was enjoying that. But the battle royale mode, yeah, no. And so after an hour, I was like, gonna hit my fallback. We're gonna switch to Apex. So
Good
so then-
old Apex.
if anything, if I've learned anything from streaming this whole month of different battle royale games, Apex is king, in my opinion.
Mhm.
It's just, to me, it has the most solid battle royale experience. Now Warzone, there's a lot of great things about Warzone. It's just overly complicated for me. Fortnite's fun, but you still have that. You don't have to do the building mechanic, but that's still kind of there. But Apex to me is just the most fun. So that's pretty much what I've taken away from all this. But it's still been a real great experience to be able to play different battle royale games and kind of celebrate the genre throughout this month. And of course, when I come back, and on June 1st, I'll be streaming Ratchet and Clank, the 2016 version
Yeah.
of Ratchet and Clank, as part of our GMG Got 'em. So
Now that's your
that'll-
first time playing a Ratchet and Clank, correct?
I've dabbled in playing one of the Ratchet and Clank games. I think at like a demo or something like that.
Gotcha.
But I've never actually really played through a Ratchet and Clank game until now. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Has anybody here played through a Ratchet and Clank game? I'm assuming Lucas has.
I've played through multiple,
Yeah.
and I have
yeah.
a platinum in one. I have a platinum in the works in the other. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
Nice.
played about a demo long version of Ratchet and Clank. It's yeah. I mean, it's my son loves it. My nephew loves it.
Yeah.
My nephew's like, he doesn't have a PS5, and he's like, when are you getting the Ratchet and Clank game, the new one? I'm like, when I'm not. Sorry,
Oops.
I think it's an awesome game, actually.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, yeah. But the new PS5 one looks really really nice.
Oh
Yep. Yep.
Ooh, just nobody said anything. You just took that. No, I've never played one. I was trying to get Lucas to say really, and he didn't say anything
Nope.
this time. He just didn't even follow in this time.
Fool me once. Shame
I
on
feel
you.
like
Fool me twice.
I feel like it's been a couple times.
Fool me.
Fool me thrice.
Fool
not gonna
me
get that
30
third time,
times. Not getting me. Nope. No, sirree, Bob.
It was too unbelievable. That only worked at the beginning.
Yeah, no, that does.
I loved it. Really? No.
Nope.
But yeah, it's been a good month doing all that with the battle royale games, and excited to jump on Ratchet and Clank. And also this past, I believe it was Friday night. Yeah, I think it was Friday night. Got on and had the opportunity to play Apex with a couple of different podcast buddies. One that's kind of a more recent podcast buddy is Watson from the Co-op Trio podcast. And also I got to play with Paul McLean, aka Cross from Comics in the Cross.
Mhm.
Got to play Apex with them on Friday night, which was a lot of fun. Got quite a few arenas wins. That's mainly what we played was arenas. They were not about the BR life. So which was fine. Arenas is a lot of fun. So but we got quite a few arenas wins. We were on top of our game that night. But it was great to hang out with those guys and get to know them and their community. So definitely something I'll be doing again in the future. So but that's pretty much been my week. It's just hanging out here at the beach, doing whatever we want, whenever we want, and
However
not
you
working.
want.
Yep, and not working.
Nice.
That's the big part.
Yeah, for sure. Fantastic. Patrick, how
Hi.
about you, buddy? Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Today is my wedding anniversary.
Happy
together
anniversary! Happy anniversary!
Happy
13 years.
anniversary.
Happy
Nice.
anniversary!
Lucky
So-
number 13.
Yeah, exactly. We celebrated on Saturday night. We went to a steakhouse, ate there, and then right afterwards we went to Eric's birthday party, which was just like right down the block. And I walk in and I see Ronnie sitting down. I tap him on the shoulder. He looks back and he's like, he looked like he saw a ghost. He's like, "What are you doing here?"
Honestly, I never really even made the connection that it was Eric's and you might be there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wow.
So it was like at a brewery. So had a few drinks there. And yeah, it was a nice weekend. My daughter had her last soccer game. They did not win a game the entire year.
Ooh, all right. Bad news, Claire's.
That's a life lesson right there.
Oh, the bad news, Claire's.
At least they're consistent.
Jab you there. Yeah.
Yeah. But she had a good time. She says we didn't win a game, but we tried our best. I'm like, yeah, that's really all. I mean, like if you try your best, it's fine. But enough for her to want to play fall soccer here in a couple months.
All right. There you go.
So yeah, it was our first venture into soccer, and she had a good enough time that she wants to play again. So
Hey, man.
that's good.
She'll get that win, and she'll be like, and that's how Ronnie felt when they won their first game in high school. So there'll be a connection.
That's
first and the last game.
That is exactly what she'll say.
Yep, that's what she'll say. She's
That
listened to the
one's worth it.
podcast
Yeah, that is worth
plenty
it.
of times.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on the life front. On the gaming front, all Mass Effect this past week.
Wouldn't expect
buddy.
any less.
Dude, yeah, it is. I know a lot of people don't like Mass Effect 1 because Mass Effect 2 is so much better, but Mass Effect 1 I love the story building and all that. I talked about it last week. Got the platinum on it. Platinum.
Yeah, you did.
Platinum was super easy. There were a few specific trophies that you had to do. Like there's no way I would have done it on a normal playthrough. Um, but it was I knew that what they were. They were just like use your like biotic abilities that your squad mates have, and I just used those until I got the platinum, and then went on to the next biotic power and
Yep.
did that, and just kept doing that. And those were the only ones that I thought were just they were not hard, they were just tedious because I was like,
Yeah, you had to
do this
be
25 times.
you had to be purposeful. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't just let it come naturally.
Right.
Now, I do have a question. Well, I have a couple questions because I also want to get the platinum someday in this game.
Yeah.
How long abouts did it take you?
Well, I think the total clock time was like 22 hours, but
Nice. Okay.
I did more than what was required of the platinum. Like
Right.
I all the codex entries where it's like narrated and they just read everything that's in the codex. Like I listened to all those things. I would talk to my squad mates after every mission. I would just sit there and be in photo mode, and I would just look because whenever you land on a new planet, just you
Yeah.
see like the expanse of space, or you'll see like the moon or a couple different planets in the atmosphere. It's just cool. So
Oh yeah.
I did a lot of that. When you drop in the on a planet and you're driving in the Mako, um, just driving around, and you don't have to do all this stuff, but I'm going all for all the gold deposits, the iridium, the iron deposits. The only reason I like to do that is because you get money for doing that, so I can
Yeah.
just buy all these upgrades and more armor and better weapons and things like that.
For sure.
But in reality, you don't really need to do that, because if you are just scavenging anyways and opening lockers and decrypting lockers and things like that, you'll get good enough guns and armor anyways.
Man, so if you did all that in those 22 hours, that's like way better than the original. The OG, you had to play like 60 to 80 hours on
You had to
like
play the
super
game
hard
like
mode,
you had to play the game like 4 times or something like
mega
that.
death mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like nuts. Now, the other question I had was about Paragon and Renegade. How did you max out the one you didn't work towards? Like I think you mostly did Paragon naturally, right?
Yeah, I did Paragon naturally. And there's whenever you're in like a conversation, like the top right and the top left is always
Yeah.
Paragon.
Yeah.
Bottom left and bottom right is so. Anytime I talk to someone, I would do the top left or top right. For the most part, there were some times where I was like, I wouldn't do that. Like, don't be like a cheese ball about this. Be a
Yeah.
man. So I chose some renegade ones, but I mean, it's not like a meter where you're either Paragon or Renegade. I mean, you have 2 meters.
Yeah, and
One's
they
for
just fill up.
Paragon and one's for Renegade.
So
So
you just filled them both up to
yeah,
70, or
well,
it's
I
like
know. I think
70% or something.
my Paragon was 100%. My Renegade was maybe like 30-40%.
Oh, but you still got the Renegade trophy pop.
You don't need it. No. It's either Paragon or Renegade.
Oh, it doesn't have to be both?
Yeah, you have to get 75% of one of the meters.
Of one or the other. Okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was an
Okay.
easy one anyways.
Yeah, that was easy. I thought for some reason you had to get it. There was one trophy for Renegade and one for Paragon, but now I understand.
Yeah. So it was
Cool.
pretty easy to get that,
congrats.
as long as I was purposeful about getting the Paragon. But if you do Renegade here and there, it's not gonna you'll still get the trophy there.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I'm also going for another platinum, but not in the sense of a trophy. So in Apex, in ranked mode, there are tiers, and you start at bronze, and then you go to silver, then go to gold, and then platinum. Platinum is like, I guess, the middle of the road. And then once you get to platinum, it goes up to diamond, master, and Apex Predator. But when you're in bronze, you can just rank up and play, and you're gonna get to silver as long as you play in ranked. But once you get to silver, it costs like credits, like it's RP, so rating points or whatever they call it. And so every time you play a ranked match, it costs you some points. And then however you play in the game, whether you get kills or your placement will increase your rating points for that match. You can get a maximum of like 225 rating points for each match. And as you get more points, then you get up more tiers. So it goes from gold. It has like 4 levels within each tier. And right now I have gotten into gold, and it costs 24 rating points per match in gold. So that means that you have to make sure that you kill someone, or multiple people, or get actually into like the top 5 before you can actually increase your rating points for that match. So if you start a match and you die immediately, you'll have negative 24 rating points, which brings you down on the tier. So it's kind of hard you have to do really good on a consistent basis to get up up through the gold tier.
Right.
So right now I am on gold 1, which is the 4th tier in gold. I need to get like 500 more rating points in gold to get to platinum.
Nice.
So I did that once before. That was like maybe in season 2 or season 3. So that was like it's a goal, because once you go up a tier, you can't go back down.
Right.
So once because when I'm playing in the gold tier, I'm playing against mostly gold opponents. Sometimes there may be silver or bronze depending on who their teammates are. But once I get to platinum, then I can only play against platinum players or higher.
That's like Rocket League, honestly.
Yeah, and
They
it's
have a
it
ranking
does.
system similar to that.
yeah. So it's hard, but it's really, really fun, and
Cool.
I'm hoping to get platinum this week.
Nice.
Yeah, and that is it.
That is all she wrote.
All she
All right,
wrote.
Ronnie, what's up with you, my friend? How goes it?
Well, I'm still not playing volleyball because of my elbow. It's actually kind of a funny story. I was up at volleyball on Friday because Elizabeth still plays, and I just kind of hang out there and watch some of the games or whatever. One of the people down there, she's like, why are you out? And I was like, I think I hyperextended my elbow, and it's just been really
Ooh.
sore. So I've been I don't know if I've said that. That's what I think happened. So I've been out like 3.5, almost 4 weeks probably now, and I still couldn't like bump a ball on my arms. The impact I could feel it like in my bone, in my elbow.
Yeesh. Yeah.
So I've been sitting out, but she's like, do you mind if I like take a look at it? And I was like, no, that's fine. So she kind of started grabbing like my elbow, and like she had her thumb like on the inside of my elbow and had me like extending my elbow, kind of like stretching it out. And she did this probably like 20 times. The funny thing is, like in the middle of it, like it was like the 10th time, I was like, so do you do this for a living, or you just grab random people's arms? She's like, no, I do this she's like a physical therapist. So and I've known her down there, but I didn't know that she was a physical therapist. She actually said she doesn't really tell that many people because everybody would be like lined up at volleyball to see her probably. It's a bunch of old people playing volleyball, so there's just injuries everywhere. But she basically told me that when you hyperextend it, a lot of times it can actually be like kind of out of place. The extension could cause that, and it won't basically heal until it's kind of put back into place. Basically what she did was adjust my elbow to where it was in the correct place thereafter. And I did not know that it was not in the correct place, which sounds crazy because it sounds like that would really hurt. In everyday life, nothing hurt. Just an impact on my elbow or impact on my arm felt like my elbow hurt really bad. So fingers crossed. After she was able to adjust it, basically is when you can really begin to like heal. So that's been only like 3 or 4 days, but it seems to have made a difference. So I'm kind of hoping that works out. I did make a doctor's appointment, but it's like 3 weeks out. So I kind of hope this works, and I don't have to go to that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't understand doctors where it's like, hey, I need to get in. Like, okay, yeah. Then the soonest we have is next year. Oh, well, then,
I feel like
hopefully I don't die by then. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like maybe just like when you go to the doctor, like I should be like, yeah, my arm fell off. Actually, it just fell. It's just on the ground. It's moving and everything.
All right, we'll see you in about
just-
4 weeks.
Yeah, you should just
the earliest we have is November.
Put it on ice.
Make up.
We'll be ready.
Just make up a story. Be like, I hurt my knee, so that you have a doctor's appointment in like 4 weeks, just in case something were to happen.
Like realistically, I could have. I guess I'm kind of waiting to see if this actually like helps. I probably won't. I won't play this coming weekend. I may like shoot for the week after that, and just kind of do like a test run of how it feels, and we'll go from there. But it's been rough, honestly. I was thinking even before I got injured, I was like, yeah, I don't really need volleyball. Like I don't think I would care if I didn't play, but now I realize I would. Like I would care. Like I miss playing. Like I miss that activity. Like we all have our things that we do, that are fun, and that's just like one of the things that I do. And like not going, just sitting there watching other people play is the worst. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
So, fingers crossed that helped. This past weekend, I did a couple of things. I had a birthday party to go to, obviously. Eric Bangleman09 turned 30 years old. He hit the big 3-0.
Yeah, dirty 30.
Welcome to the old man's club, Eric.
I know. He's in officially now. So we went to that. It was at a brewery, like Pat said. Pretty nice little place. Way on the other side of town. Like Pat and I would have never actually just run into each other there because that was like a 45-minute drive from my house.
Yeah, it was only 4 miles away from my house.
Yeah, exactly. Like we do not live. We both technically live in Cincinnati. It's not even close though. But no, that was pretty nice. We ended up leaving there like not too crazy late. I don't really do breweries. It's not like my thing. Like I know Lucas and Marc, I don't think you guys drink at all any alcohol, but beer is not my thing. Like after I drink a couple of beers, like, whew, man, I'm ready to lay down. Like they just fill me up and I'm like, I have to take a nap after like 2 or 3 beers. So I had a couple of beers there and I was like, oh man, I need to get home and go to sleep. And on Sunday we had a kind of a family reunion type thing. So my dad is in town from New Orleans this week. They got in on Saturday. So we're going to do dinner with them later this week. It was nice to see him. It's been, since the beginning of COVID, since I've seen him, it's probably been a year and a half, I would think. So, and that was the first time I saw like my grandma and stuff, like when COVID's around, especially like grandparents and anyone in your family that's a little bit older, like you just don't, you don't want to take a chance. My grandma is 87, I think. And I was not about to go hang out with her like while it was going down, even if I'm just a carrier or something. So it was nice to finally see her. It's been a really long time. We used to do dinner every month or so. So we're going to get back into that. And then we had a baby shower on Sunday. And I will tell you, I don't know how many baby showers you guys have been to.
Too many.
But first of all, I was told this was going to be a couple shower. Right.
That's always a lie.
That's
by
lie.
multiple members of my family.
It's a trap.
I've pretty much never gone.
I've
really never gone to one. Like, so
I've
always been the guy like, yeah, I'm still not going. I don't care if it's couples, like, and I realize that's just what all the women say, just to try and get as many men there as possible, just to be.
Yep. And
just
you
to
were
be
the
there,
sucker.
I
You were the sucker that took.
I was betrayed by my whole family.
Yeah.
So I got there and it was like my cousin, he's obviously the father, so it's like he's there carrying all the stuff, obviously. Then his brother and his dad, and I was like, so where's everybody else? They're like, no, this is it. Like, what do you mean this is it? Like nobody else is coming? First of all, it was at an American Legion hall. So it's like a like a bingo style hall on one side where the shower was, and on the other side was a bar with TVs and like Keno and stuff. So we just bailed and went over there and did that. So it wasn't awful. Like there was, we didn't have to just sit there and while people guess the weight. And you know what? I'm glad people love to do that, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Like guessing the weight, guessing the gender. Like I don't. Yeah, whatever it is good for you guys. I don't want to win anything here. So, and they're the honestly,
You've already lost.
I lost by having to leave my house to come here. I don't know. Listen, this strikes me as a crazy thing, and I'm curious, Lucas and Pat, did you guys find out the sex of your children before they were born, or did you guys just wait old school style and surprise at the end?
Oh no, we found out on accident by our doctor.
Were you going to find
there
out?
you go.
We're like we wanted to wait and make it a surprise.
Like at
And
the
then
birth?
No, like we wanted
like a
to be
reveal.
like a reveal. But the doctor knew that, and she like accidentally let it slip out, and like
I wonder how often
Wow.
that happens.
like because she said she, and my wife and I are like, what is it? You know, like we were excited.
I said he.
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
they.
Yeah, it's like once it's out, you're like, I need to
but-
know now.
and,
I
and
said,
then
sheesh.
sheesh. But with Clark, we had Claire revealed to us. So like
That's cool.
she came to the appointment with us, and she went out with the doctor, and then she came back in with like a envelope, and so she
That's
opened
pretty
the
cool.
envelope for us, and she told us
Nice.
what the sex of the baby.
Was she wanting a
was. So
sister? Or...
she didn't care. I mean, at the point she was like 4, so.
Sometimes you get the kids like when they find out it's the opposite sex, like the kid starts crying or something. Those are the funniest videos.
No.
No. But
Yeah,
you guys
wanted to
waited,
find
didn't
out.
you?
No, we didn't.
didn't wait?
I thought before having kids that I would want to be surprised, but then like every time we would go to do the sonogram, I was like always just watching, and then eventually I was like, okay, is there a tallywhacker, or is there nothing? Like, I want to know, is this a boy or a girl? What's going on? I can't not know. And I just couldn't, I didn't want to be surprised. I just wanted to find out as soon as possible.
It was really cool. Like with Claire, it's like, oh, we're decorating a girl's room. It's like, okay, let's decorate this.
That's
girl's
the
room.
thing. You're
But
able to be
when-
more ready, I feel like.
We would, yeah. Some people get their like the gender neutral colors and things like that. You know, it's totally fine. It's
That's what we did.
yeah. People,
Because
That's
even
what
though
this
we
couple
knew,
did.
yeah, even though we knew, the doctor's still like, I don't know, could be a boy. They might be hiding something. And I'm like, really? They're like, I'm like, okay. So we got like green jungle theme. And then when James came around, it was like, nope, that's a boy. No doubt about it. And I'm like,
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that's
can
how it
tell.
works. Boys never hide it. They just, hey, look at me. I'm a boy.
There it is.
There
Yeah.
it is. So,
But yeah, like it's the decorating and getting that stuff ready. Because when I knew that we were having a boy, I'm like, yes, baseball stuff, red stuff.
let's go.
We're gonna make his room just like all the sports themed and stuff like that. So it was fun to do that.
Yeah. I think Elizabeth and I are decorating in Star Wars stuff, regardless of the gender.
That works.
have a kid
That
when we
works
have
either
one.
way.
Good. That is
Yeah.
gender neutral.
We'll have that baby ready.
Yep.
Um,
You either name the child Ahsoka or Grogu.
Is this going to be Luke or Leia? Let's have-
I don't know. Grogu Johantis sounds like a mouthful.
Yeah, I love it. I
You're
love
like,
it.
what country is this
I
guy from?
endorse. What country is this from? Oh, Scandinavian? Is that a...
Yeah, the Turkish name, obviously.
I'm Grogu Johantis.
Yeah.
Nice
So
to meet
that's
you.
what they did. They're waiting, so they don't know what the sex is, and I just thought like it seemed bizarre to me. I was like, oh, you guys are those crazy people.
So when you guessed I was gonna wait, you think I'm a crazy person?
I just assumed since you did witchcraft, you did that too.
Since I do it. You got me. How you know me so well, I don't know.
No, I think
amazing.
I thought maybe you would be more inclined to go with like the older fashioned, like wait and be surprised.
Yeah. Nope.
But no,
I
want to know,
agree with
even
you.
if like Elizabeth didn't want to know, I'd find out behind the scenes for sure.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, I'm surprised. I
And
had no
I'd
idea.
100% blow it before then. Like I know me too. I would slip it out. It'd be bad. But I would have to know. So but that's pretty much it on the life front. Man, I will tell you what, I hate busy weekends. They're the worst.
Yep.
Like we had
Agreed.
Saturday, Sunday, it's like we were running around all weekend. And then before you know it, it's like Sunday night, you're like, crap, what happened? On the video game front, I really still kind of out there looking for a new game. Pat sent me that trailer for was the second Extinction.
Yes.
That looks pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That looks pretty sweet.
It's like so Mark and
Mhm.
It looks-
Lucas, I don't know if you've heard about this second Extinction game, but
Second
basically
Extinction.
it is a PvE squad based game, kind of like Left 4 Dead, but instead of zombies, it's dinosaurs.
Oh,
don't
Ronnie's
think
all
you-
in on that.
I don't think you like tame dinosaurs or anything. It's all about literally making them extinct. Like Second Extinction is the name of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Interesting.
But even in the trailer, it said like if you try to go it alone, like it will be really difficult to not actually use like a squad. So it's like a squad based game where you really need people. So I thought that would be really cool, and it's like just a straight co-op mission.
Is this a multi-platform game or is this just on Xbox?
It's on PlayStation and Xbox. It's
Hmm.
right now. It's on like early preview beta.
Oh yeah,
right
early
now.
access
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I
That's
mean, it looks like a really sweet game. It looks like
Might have
Ark,
to
except
check
you
this
don't
out.
tame animals really.
Right.
So, but yeah, on the video game front, I've been kind of out there just playing a game here or there. Nothing. I played a little bit of Enter the Gungeon this past week, and a little bit of Ark, and I plan to play a little bit of Rocket League later.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, Lucas. What about you?
Sweet. Well, still hanging out here in Brazil as is tradition. We still got lots of grass where we live, which is amazing.
I don't
Chilling.
believe you.
Just chilling. I know. I really need to document this, get some pictures out there in the ether so people know I'm not like just making up stories.
We're gonna need a close up too, so we can tell if it's like just not mosquitoes just blanketing the ground looking like grass.
Yeah. Oh gosh,
They have
that would be
green
awful.
mosquitoes. and-
Green mosquitoes. They're wearing like ghillie suits or whatever, and just like waiting for me to walk by. And then they just all attach to my legs and just
They're all
suck my legs
Mosquito
dry.
6 going dark.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Thanks a lot, fellas. So speaking of nightmares, the rodents are still with us, and
No.
there have been moments where they have ventured across the ceiling into our bedroom, and it's woken me and the missus up in the middle of the night. And I don't know if you've ever heard little creatures running on your ceiling in the middle of the night, but it is like borderline horror movie. Like it's just super creepy. And it's like, are they going to chew through the ceiling and jump in bed with us? Like, how does this work? We had professionals come last week, and for like 3 solid days, silence. It was like the rodents knew, and they said, we're just going to wait it out for a little bit, wait till the dust settles, and then bam, they're just like, it sounds
We're
like horses
back.
on the ceiling. We're back, and we've brought our kids. It was, I don't know, like there was one night where it woke us up in the middle of the night, and then the next day I heard a little bit in like the ceiling above our bathroom, and I wrote the landlord, was just like, look, Reinaldo, they're still here. You've got to do something. Mindy is creeped out. Like she doesn't even want to use our bathroom. She has a hard time sometimes going to sleep. So he said we're gonna keep going at it and try to find a different way to reach him. He's like, we might have to just rip open the roof and go in guns blazing and just toss these suckers into the
Rambo style.
woodshed.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, guns a blazing. Pew pew pew.
So anyway, I
Yeah.
started blasting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn the house down.
I'll come to Brazil for a hunt.
There you go. Yep, you're invited. The invitation's open. But besides that, in like the ministry work career area, we did do a virtual missionary meeting last week, which I think we'd done a few times before, which is always fun. And this one was really cool for 2 reasons. One, they had this camera called I don't think it was called the Owl, but it was a type of camera, a program called Owl 2.0. Like it had a tech name that I don't remember, but it had panels. And when people in the congregation would talk, the camera would automatically zoom in with one of the panels on that person. And so on our end, we could see who was asking us questions about missions. And if like multiple people were talking, more panels would pop up and we could like see the congregation. It was really cool.
Wow.
Like it was like
Huh.
next level stuff. So we did that. You know, we gave like a 20-25 minute presentation. I talked, the kids and Mindy talked, and then they asked us a variety of questions about Brazil and ministry here. And then after that, we went to their children's church, and we were like little TV in the kids' room, and like we were there before the kids, and then the kids start walking in, and they're like walking by the TV, waving, and like the teacher had like half a dozen, making faces. The teacher had like half a dozen questions from like kids with their names. So it was like, I don't know, it was like a radio show, and like Kevin wanted to know what our favorite fruits are, and so James and Tasha would share their favorite foods, and then Mindy and I would also share, and it was just stuff like that, and we did that for 30 minutes, and it was really fun. It was really cool to connect with another church. This was in Indiana, so that was cool on the life front. On the gaming front, I am chipping away at the old Shadow of Colossus. It was actually a GMG VGBC game in April, I think, maybe even March, and I just didn't ever get to it. And I finally just got to it. I was like, I got to play this. We're committed. I'm a part of the book club, so I have to do my part. Thankfully, I have till July really to finish it, because some people like Chris the Rock are playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a long game. So I know I got time. But yeah, this is my second time playing it. I'm just playing like 1 or 2 Colossi a day. I've been doing most of it by stream. Today I had my first death, and it's because I jumped into a ravine thinking it would
Ooh.
lead to the boss. Like I thought it was going to lead to the Colossus, because I get like a little hint, said, hey, it's in a body of water. And I was like, I looked over the ravine. I was like, well, there's some water down there.
You
I'm just going to
jumped.
jump down there. And I just
Not
kept
that
getting
ravine.
smaller and smaller. And then it was like, you died. And I'm like, I don't think that was the right way.
When am I going to get teleported here?
Yeah, when's it going to teleport me to the
JK, here's
Colossus?
the boss.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a game that, the Colossus, the bosses are the least of my worries. It's really the camera.
So bad. The camera
the
is
horse-
a boss in and of itself.
And then the horse aggro is like, what a punk. Like I tell him to go left, and he's like, I'm gonna go right, buddy. And he just does whatever he wants. It's
Yeah,
really funny.
the game's controls are the worst. It's like, hey, if you want to make the horse go forward, you have to hold in 4 buttons. It's like, no.
Oh man. Yeah.
What? Just hit X like any other horse game to make him gallop. That's all.
So yeah, the camera automatically recenters. So if you have to turn the camera for, like today, I fought a boss where I had to look behind me while going forward with the horse. I had to look behind me with the arrows, and if I didn't hold all the buttons down, he would like gradually turn to the left and go off of the.
Ooh, that's
go
like
off of the Colossus.
N64 camera.
It's like, James,
Yeah.
get over here. I need an extra set of hands.
Yeah, here, hold this button. Oh man, it was something else, but I survived it. Thanks mostly in part to Prime, Stupidly Epic. He's been coaching me along the way. Actually, he's been coaching me, and early in the morning, which is I think late morning, early afternoon for him. He's been helping Chris the Rock with Final Fantasy VII as well. So he's the JRPG representative, and just leading us. So it's been good, and I'm looking forward to being done with it and moving on. But it's
Yeah,
still,
what's next? Is it
still been good.
Bioshock? Is that next?
So I believe in July, yes, is Bioshock. And since we still have a little more time, I'm actually going to go to a sequel that is free on I think the game collection, The Last Guardian. It's
okay.
It's a sequel to Shadow of Colossus, so that's kind of like a between game. I'm going to try that out, see how it goes. I'm going to see if I can do all of it on stream. I don't think I've ever played a game from beginning to end on stream. And now that I got the ball rolling with Twitch, I'm going to see if I can play through the whole thing on stream. I find that frustrating games are easier to deal with when I have company and I have people to give encouragement and that kind of stuff. So
Sure.
Yeah.
it's been good. Finally reached new content with Diablo 3. I had no idea there was an Act 5. I played PS3 Diablo and platinumed it. So I played that baby multiple times, played acts 1 through 4. You know, you get to the end, you defeat Diablo, you win the day, the end. Hallelujah, good job. And then Chris and I did that, and I was like, well, there we go. We beat the game. And then it said Act 4 or Act 5. And I'm like, wait, what? And then it's introducing all these new characters and all this craziness. And I'm like, new content? Bring it.
Dude, I always thought the videos, like the screen, basically the mission videos and stuff. Yeah, the cutscenes are so good in that game.
Dude, they're so
cool.
good. And this is an old game.
Yeah,
and
the
cutscenes
so cool.
are beautiful. Like, yeah, really good. But yeah, we're plugging along with that. We're probably like 2/3 of the way through Act 5. We're playing on Torment difficulty, which I think is the hardest difficulty. From there, it's like Torment 1 to a dozen.
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
There's a ton of difficulties, but we're playing on it to the point where we actually, in a boss, we die usually once or twice. But thankfully, other than degrading your armor, nothing really bad happens from dying. So we just, mash all the buttons and beat the boss. So it's been fun. The next playthrough we're going to do after this is our hardcore playthrough where you only have one life. We will not be playing on Torment or the difficult, difficulty. The difficulty. That's a phrase that works. Besides that, played
really
through
stuck the landing there.
I really did, like a champ, like a professional. You'd think I've done this 142 times. I should have it down. Played through the double and triple stacks of some baby platinum games, and I've reached officially 99 platinums for the year, 242 overall. You know what that means, Patrick?
It means
we're using a guide.
We get to play We Were Together.
We were here together. That's
and
right.
Finally delete it.
The Spider-Man 3 of the We Were Here trilogy.
I'm going to give you so much resistance in playing this game.
I know you are.
And screaming.
It's like,
that's why I'm warning you now.
What do we need to do next? If you mess up,
I know if I mess up or you mess up, you're like, nope, I'm done. I'm not like, if anything happens, like was it the second one where you killed me a bunch of times in those stairs that kept disappearing? The cube one where you had to figure it out. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how to rotate this. This is the worst. It's like trying to figure out how to ride this horse in Shadow of the Colossus. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But and then you had to do it. You're like, I don't understand how you did it. You're like looking like this, like
turning my head sideways.
I don't feel like turning this anymore. Let's just turn my head.
Well, we got a guide. I got a guide. We're gonna be good to go. We're gonna do it. Yeah. It's fun. You're right. You're right, Mark. After that, my next platinum milestone is going to be 250 overall, which I am planning to earn the Ghost of Tsushima. Oh wait, the Ghost of Tsushima platinum, because that game was just fun. It was cool.
Yeah.
Had some deep and intriguing character development and characters. And I'd say in modern day video games, characters like Jin Sakai, Kotun Khan, Uncle Shimura. They are I think some of our modern day favorites, at least some of mine. They could be in top 100. They could be in the top 5 of my favorite fictional characters of all time across all entertainment mediums.
Really?
It could be.
It's a little more naked butt than I wanted to see in a video game, but
that is true. I'm actually coordinating my platinum so that the steam bath one is the last trophy I get.
There you go.
See what happens.
Is that really a oh my gosh.
So when I get the last one, if that's also the platinum trophy, I'm gonna frame that one. That's gonna be like my Final Fantasy 15.
It'll pop
Final
as
Fantasy
you're getting
15
it.
trophy. Jen will just be like, hello, platinum trophy. But yeah, but we are not tonight talking about the fictional naked butt of Jin Sakai. We are talking about better things. So let's jump into the topic. That's right, folks. We are talking about the top 5 fictional characters in all mediums of all time, along with about a dozen or more honorable mentions.
As is tradition.
Tradition. That is correct. With that, how do you guys want to do this? I always forget what we prefer. If we each want to just name our 5.
Were we supposed to rank them or just top 5?
Yeah,
I didn't.
They don't have to be in any order.
That would be ranked, unless you ranked them like I did, but you don't have to.
Let's just do them. Let's do them all.
All at
All of
once,
ours.
like
Everybody
we
at
talk
the
at the same
same
time.
time. Yes.
Here we go. One,
And
two,
go.
three.
I heard a niner in there.
No, like let's just do all our top fives, one person at a time,
All right.
and our honorable mentions.
Okay, Mark, you
Oh,
go
gosh,
first.
so
Okay.
like it's gonna be like 20 minutes each person.
Yep, apparently. I
We're just
mean,
gonna listen.
either way,
It's like-
Are we
either
just reading
way,
names or are we giving biographies?
I mean, because if we round robin it, then we'll share the love. But I'm just saying, thinking out loud.
I'm gonna keep it pretty short and sweet with mine.
All right,
Okay,
fair
all right.
enough.
So
You
because
lead
we
the way
also
then.
have joiner responses.
Yes, we
I have.
do.
I'm prepared.
This is good. This is very good.
Also,
FYI.
breaking news.
Oh, yeah.
Splig Dopalicious just
Of
tweeted at
course he
us.
did.
on Twitter. We
I
have
love
Smack
you,
it in.
Mike.
We have new one coming in right now.
Where did
Off the
it? What was
presses.
that? Is that Twitter? Twitter?
It's on
Yes,
Twitter.
it
Yep.
is
The
Twitter.
usual. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
The usual. There might be
Noted,
two.
thanks.
There might be two.
There are two. Well, I already saw the one.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Behind the scenes.
So
Behind the curtain.
inside baseball.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Hi.
Chicken butt.
That's an
acceptable answer, yes.
That is.
All right.
I have honorable mentions.
Hey.
Rule breaker.
Yeah.
Are we doing honorable mentions first?
We can do them all like
Nope. Mark's doing all of it.
No
yeah, I'm
rules.
doing all of it.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Send your list to Mark. He's reading them all.
So
Yep. He's reading everybody's.
yeah.
And then Ronnie's honorable mention.
His favorites are
Here it is. Brought to you
Garrus.
by Fluffity Puffity Marshall Aids.
Yeah, seriously the best. But yeah, okay. So these are my actual 5 favorite fictional characters.
How many times
uh,
is Batman on there?
Just once.
What? No way.
5 different
I don't
versions
believe
of
you.
Batman
5
is what I was
versions of
expecting.
Batman.
Batman 89, Batman Christopher Nolan, Batman Val Kilmer, Batman George Clooney.
Adam West.
2 of those would not be on the list.
I'm a Batman fan, but I'm not that crazy.
Yeah. Mhm. I have my sensibilities about me.
Sure you do.
That's what I tell myself.
Yep.
So
Whatever works.
obviously, first one is Batman, of course, my favorite fictional character ever. He is always
Which-
going to be the number one.
Which one?
Heyo.
Which one? There's a
Yeah, which
thousand.
Batman?
The Kevin Conroy Batman.
Ooh, good pick.
Mm.
Good pick.
Yeah.
Since you brought that up, Mark, I'm going to interject with Bernabe El Ronchas Butters.
Do it.
He said, funny, I was just talking with the wife about a similar topic. Here's a quick list that will probably change 5 minutes from now. Batman, Uncle Iroh from Avatar Last Airbender, Vegeta from DBZ. Is that right?
Nice.
Vegeta?
Yep, Vegeta.
Vegeta, okay.
It's pronounced fajitas.
Fajita from La Coretta. Vito Corleone from The Godfather and Master Yoda.
Nice.
All
That's good
very
stuff.
nice topics. But
Good.
Batman at the top of the list, just like you, buddy. You and Bernabe.
Yep.
Best Batman.
It's a good
bud,
list right there.
The triple Bs.
So yeah, obviously Batman, Neo from the Matrix.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Nice.
That's
Good.
a good one.
Here's one. Aslan from the Narnia trilogy. Yeah, got my Christ-like figure.
I like how you think, Mark Boucher.
Not Mr. Tumnus. No.
He's cool too, but
He's overrated.
yeah,
He's a schmuck.
he's a fawn.
He got
He's a
Lucy
schmuck.
captured. He is a schmuck. He got her captured.
That's true. And then he got frozen.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Who played
Yep.
Mr. Tumnus in the movies?
Professor X.
Oh, dang it, James McAvoy.
Yeah.
James McAvoy. That's right. Yeah.
That's what I said. Professor
Yeah.
X.
You were right. And I was
I
trying
was
to
not
remember.
thinking of the new X-Men. I was thinking like,
That guy
Sometimes
from
do I
Wanted.
remember Narnia? I don't.
That curves the
Patrick
bullets.
Stewart was in
Patrick Stewart. That's what was in my mind. I'm like, I don't remember Patrick Stewart. But
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Tonless.
you could have
Engaged.
convinced me.
Okay. So yeah, and then Spider-Man.
Mm.
And
Also a fine choice.
yep. specifically Peter Parker Spider-Man, although I have much love for Miles Morales
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
He's actually a part of my honorable mentions.
There you go.
And Goku from DBZ. And my honorable mentions are, like I
no
said,
Doctor Who in the top 5 though.
no.
Shocker.
That's surprising.
Wow.
Yep.
I think you need to redo his intro there, Lucas.
Yeah, Batman in his heart.
Mark, who's your favorite Doctor?
Swear
by
to
the way?
me.
Depends on if we're talking classic Who or New Who.
I told Elizabeth I would find out now. I
Okay.
realized I'm in over my head.
So,
It's like, I don't know. I need more questions.
so
Have you-
classic Who is the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker. And New Who is the 10th Doctor, David Tennant.
Tennant.
Yes.
Get it?
Yeah.
Dr. Tennant. Do you think they did that on purpose? Was that like planned? It was like, well, we have to hire this guy. He's
Yeah.
the 10th Doctor. His name's
It
Tennant.
only makes sense.
I mean, that's the criteria.
But that's a good idea. Now I'm going to add it to my honorable mentions.
Hey-o.
The Doctor's on there.
Yeah.
I thought
So-
maybe
There's
he'd
so many characters out there. Like I know that I missed like characters that I absolutely love, and I don't know how I would remember them.
Yeah. So obviously, like I said, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, the Doctor, Marty McFly.
Nice. Yep.
All right, nice.
Going from literature and children's movies here, Peter Pan, Darth Vader,
Right?
and the Joker.
Which one?
Ooh, I'm sorry, it's got to be Mark Hamill.
There's a
Yeah.
couple of good Jokers like across the board. I feel like. I mean,
But when I read a comic with Batman and the Joker in it, I hear Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
They
Mark
are,
Hamill's Joker is just
It's
Yep.
incredible. It doesn't even
It's-
sound
it-
like Mark Hamill.
yeah, and that's
It's
the best
Joker.
part of it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, but yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Do it.
I'm gonna do
All right.
So when I was writing down my top 5, I ended
Mhm.
up with 41.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because I was like,
The
I
math
don't
checks out.
how do I stop? Like there's so many, like Ronnie, like there's so many characters out there that's like I know I'm gonna miss some here. But I kind of left a couple off because I knew that other people would, like Marty McFly. I knew, Mark, you were gonna have that on there. That is one of my honorable mentions. But my top 5 is Jack Bauer from
Mhm.
24.
Real quick,
yeah.
since it matched up just like Mark's did, funny you should mention Jack Bauer because Delvin the King of Nothing on Discord, he gave some of his favorite fictional characters: Captain America, Optimus Prime, Jack Bauer, Commander Shepard, and Vin Diesel. Yes, I don't believe Vin Diesel is a real person, he said. So there you go.
he's got to be a robot.
That's why he's playing himself in every movie, because he's fictional
He only
already.
has one
But it's
character.
all about
Exactly.
family.
That's funny.
So there you go.
Yeah, good. That's a good list.
It is.
So next is Darth Vader.
Nice.
So not an honorable mention, top 5. Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. Joey from Friends.
Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic choice. I didn't even
That's a
think of
good one.
Friends characters.
That's a good one.
Gosh.
And lastly, Ronnie, you'll love this. It's Raymond Reddington from Blacklist.
Have you been watching that?
No, we've seen it. We've
Okay, you guys
we've-
aren't seen.
Yeah,
I do love Reddington, man.
he
Such
is-
a great character.
He's one of the best he's one of the best characters of all time. So quick, like the
I've never
writing
seen
and the way he
anything like
delivers that, like and he's the voice of Ultron, James
Yeah.
Spader. He's the voice, and it's
Oh,
just like the
yes.
same.
It's the same exact cadence, everything. Just
It is so good. So that's
That
my
is a
top
good one.
5. My honorable mentions, I don't know if I want to go through them now, but I'll just give some top ones. Like, I don't know if you saw the omission in my top 5, but Superman was not in my top
I
5.
know. I was like, wait, what?
Shocking.
Yeah. He is in my top 6.
Is that because of
But like he's on my list, obviously. But like Green Ranger from
Jolly Rancher.
not the Green Ranger.
Oh, the Green Ranger. I thought of a Green Jolly Rancher.
The Jolly
I
Rancher's
love
on everybody's list.
Apple Jolly Ranchers are the best.
Apple
Green
Jolly Ranchers suck.
The Rancher people are paying
Don't
him
you
to say
talk
that.
with that tone of voice. Yeah, Green Ranger. That's a good one.
And I don't know if you guys are all even on this list or this is even in your purview, but if there's any kids listening, just skip 5 seconds because one of the best fictional characters of all time is Santa Claus. I'm just saying.
All right. Which one? Which Santa Claus?
The Tim Allen Santa Claus, obviously.
Of course.
ruined
That's-
me.
Okay.
Honestly, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm 100%
Yeah.
behind that. I want the Tim Allen Santa Claus for the rest of my life.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right, I'm just gonna read through these. Peter Griffin from Family Guy, Michael Scott, Captain Holt from 9-9,
9-9.
Ace Ventura, Indiana Jones, Rick the Wild Thing Vaughn from Major
Mm.
League,
Mm-hmm.
Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, and then Shao Kahn from the Mortal Kombat series.
Nice.
Nice little Mortal Kombat reference, of course.
Yeah, I got some others. I mean, that was only like 20. I mean,
There's
I
so
have,
many.
I have 21 more, but
I had Jack
Let's see what-
Sparrow and Darth Vader on my honorable mentions.
nice.
Nice.
Just get rid of those. Can we go ahead and get?
Yeah, man. Jump into it.
All right, number 1, Han Solo.
Nice.
Mm.
Han
Good
Solo.
pick.
Wait, hold
Can't
on.
go wrong with. Actually, wait.
And you haven't seen the Solo movie, or is that
No.
you, Mark?
Yeah. Fake
No, I
fan.
haven't seen it.
I was gonna say I've seen Solo.
Okay.
It's Harrison Ford Han Solo though.
Wait 1 second.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Please
That's
hold. Your
fair.
call is very important to us. Hey, it's funny you should mention Han Solo as your,
Breaking
your
news
main one,
again.
Ronnie. Breaking news again. Tim Pollen, our very own Iwanese friend on Discord, said number 1, Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Number 2, Victor Sullivan. Number 3,
Oh, Victor Sullivan.
yeah, that's a good choice. Victor
That is
Sullivan.
good. I can't
Good
yeah.
old Sully.
Can't wait to see Mark Wahlberg as Sully.
I know, without a mustache.
I can wait.
I can wait too.
Can Mark
What a-
Wahlberg play
what
a
a
character
travesty.
not from Boston though?
He's like Vin Diesel.
Is
He
it gonna
plays
be like-
himself
Or
in
is it gonna
everything.
be? This is gonna be a Boston version of this.
Hey, what are you
Anytime
doing?
anytime I think of Mark Wahlberg, if you've ever seen those SNL skits where Andy Samberg plays Mark Wahlberg talking to animals, how's it going, goat?
Yeah.
Say howdy your mother for me.
Number 3 for Tim Pollen is Han Solo, of course. Number
Wonderful.
4, the man with no name from the Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns, a fine choice. And number 5, Loki. And then honorable mentions. Yeah.
That's a good choice.
His honorable mention is U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens from Justified. So there you go. You may continue, Ronnie.
Solid. That's solid. I actually looked up a few lists, kind of like to jog in my memory, like just
Mhm.
on characters across the world. Loki was actually really high on a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just because of the character, like the depth of the character and things like. I mean, I'm not like a huge fan of Loki, but I can
Get it.
appreciate him.
Yeah.
Timely pick.
He's better in the movies than he is in the comics. He's like an annoying weasel in
Yes.
the comics. In the
Tom
movies, he's
Hiddlestick. I mean, he's good.
Fiddlestick.
Yeah.
Fiddlestick.
Yep.
All right.
Fiddlestick. What?
Yep.
Tom
Fiddlestick.
Fiddlesticks.
Fiddle faddle.
Tom Fiddlesticks does a great rendition of Loki.
That'd be an awesome gamer tag. All right, so my list gets a little Marvel heavy here. The next 3. Can you guys guess the next 3 Marvel characters for me?
Iron Man.
Star Lord.
Yeah, that's 2 of them. You guys are killing it so far.
Yeah.
And then Captain America.
Nice.
Oh, Captain America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong
Yeah.
with old Cap.
Yeah, no, you can't. It's got to be the Chris Evans Cap, man. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. Got to be.
No better.
I don't think there can be another one. I feel like we're all going to be like those like 70-year-old men when a new Captain America comes out. Like, back in the old days, we had a real Captain America. And then last, but certainly not least, John Wick.
Also a
I
good
thought you were
call.
gonna say after saying Captain America, I thought you were gonna say John Walker, and I was about to beat you up.
I would kick you out of this
He didn't-
Zoom
he
meeting right
He
now.
did not make my list, believe it or not.
I was going the other. I thought he was going to say John McClane. Like I thought you were going to go for Die Hard there.
It's a
Yeah, he's
good
on my
good
honorable
little-
mentions, John McClane.
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
All right, so a couple of honorable mentions. Rocky Balboa,
Hey yo.
which my phone changed to Ricky Balboa.
Ah, good old. Hey yo, I'm Ricky Balboa. What are you doing?
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Hey yo, Adrian.
Martin Riggs.
Oh, there you go
Oh,
from
yes.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gandalf.
Ah,
Nice.
yes.
The gray
Ron
or the
Burgundy.
white?
Gandalf the Gray, I believe. I kind of like the
Mm.
classic.
Ronnie, you didn't
Ro-
say that other one. You didn't say that right. It's Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy.
There you go. That's better. Continue.
I had Captain Jack Sparrow,
Yes.
John McClane, Darth Vader. I wrote everyone from The Office. It's
It's
kinda
so
how I
hard.
feel about it.
Like
everybody's
one of
their own character. I mean, like that's what makes the show.
right, exactly. Some of it's just like a combination of the cast of shows. Like I one of my honorable mentions was Captain Holt from 9/9, but it's like without the rest of the guys. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's
you know,
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
so hard to pick.
Yep.
Yep. I also wrote I have Aragorn. And really there I wanted to like little asterisks like with Legolas and Gimli.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have
Honestly,
to have
like
those.
That
Yeah.
trio-
the trio
that
of
trio
them.
is-
Yeah, it's fantastic. And then the last one is the dude,
Oh, from
Big
the Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski.
the Big
Yeah.
Lebowski. Yeah.
Uh-huh. He abides. Good. That was a good picks.
Nice. Well, since I'm last, I have nothing to say because you guys already said all of them. So
Yeah.
No way.
fantastic. No, I'm just
Absolutely
kidding.
no way.
No. I got some like deep cuts that you guys are like, yep, no, that's
Yeah.
never on my list.
I bet you got at least 5 people there I've never even heard of.
I don't think so. 5?
Maybe
It
7.
depends on how many. If you
We'll
have
see.
a list like Pat, 41 people.
I'll give you.
feel
I mean,
like-
yeah, if I got
I
enough,
mean,
if I stack
I
enough,
didn't.
He had
I didn't
41.
I didn't mention Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down.
You
that's
also-
true.
That's
You
also not for
didn't.
kids. But that is
Not
hilarious.
even close.
All right, I'm gonna start with I ranked mine, and with each ranked, I have an honorable mention of a similar character that missed the cut. That
Okay.
matches up very well. So number 5,
Wonderful.
Tommy Callahan from Tommy Boy, a bumbling,
Nice.
sweethearted hero who
No
stumbles
idea.
through success. His counterpoint that almost made it was Elf, who is pretty much the same, just skinnier and more steeped in elf culture and Christmas. That's the only difference. Number 4 is I got to have my video game representation, Kratos, who is a misunderstood, broken anti-hero. He would not have made my list if it were not for the 2018 God of War.
So, which is it? You like the new Dad of War
Yeah.
versus the old one? Okay.
I like the old because they most of the time he was just a raging maniac, but by the end of the third one, I felt like they redeemed him with how he dealt with what he was given and sacrifice and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like his misunderstood, broken anti-hero nature about him and how they really they perfected his journey in the latest one. And then honorable mention under him is Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, who's like a reluctant hero, just a really crazy, skilled warrior who has a past, just like Kratos does.
I mean,
and,
he's got to be up there if he can carry that sword around.
I
with
mean, that
ease.
sword is huge. It's like a car. It's like he's just strapping a VW Bug to his back.
Is that-
Like-
oh man,
like
What
just
is this?
swinging
What is
that
this,
around.
What is this? A ton? Yeah.
Yeah, I
can
mean, I
carry it
get
around.
volleyball, whatever, tennis elbow or whatever Ronnie has from looking at that sword. Just-
Hyperextended elbow.
Just looking
yeah,
at it.
hyperextended.
Got tennis
body.
elbow playing volleyball. With cross injuries.
Hey, it could happen. Number 3, Gandalf.
Nice.
White.
White or gray? There you go.
Actually, I mean, it's just Gandalf to me.
He's
Like,
Gandalf.
Yeah.
gray, white, the cosmic, whatever they're called, they're angelic beings that they are that you learn about in the really nerdy literature, that he's not even human, but he's like the wisest of the wise, but he's so down to earth. He's like your friend, your mentor,
Like
your
kind old grandpa.
smoking buddy. I don't smoke, but I mean,
if you were with Gandalf, you'd be smoking.
I would be smoking a like
that's-
I mean, as I don't know, as cliche as it sounds, I've had a Swisher Sweet or two in the past, and I would definitely light up a Swisher Sweet with old Gandalf. Like, just give some of that old, get that old there, and just hang out and just hang out by the fire, talk about life.
I saw this meme online where it was like talking about like how Gandalf is a jerk because he sent off all the rest of his party and kept all the XP for himself when he fought the boss, and then you see him show up later with the sweet new outfit,
the sweet
powers.
all the loot. He's like, yeah.
He upgraded his armor.
He did. He upgraded without him. Honorable mention, who didn't make the cut of that kind of that wise character, is Dumbledore and Yoda. I love both of them. Now, with that, I have to read a couple joiners lists to pepper in some joiners. Chris the Rock, he gave his list as to be expected. He said, "Here's my list: Wolverine, a fine choice. I only accept Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
There's no other.
There's no other Wolverine. Tyler Durden.
Fight Club.
All right.
Yeah, from Fight Club. Batman. There you go, Mark.
Did he say which Batman?
He said no. He
Gotta be
didn't.
George Clooney.
I was gonna make it the Canadian Batman. How you doing, eh? Let's hit people in the face, eh? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry,
sorry.
Joker. So sorry. Didn't mean to hit you there, Joker. Then he mentioned Fei Fong Wang from Xenogears. Anyone?
Nope. I'm out.
Anyone?
What did you
No,
say?
I know. Ronnie was my only hope.
Which character was it?
Fei Fong Wang.
Oh yeah, that one.
Xenogears.
Mhm. Yeah.
You're such a liar.
I
And
mean,
then
it did feel fake though.
Lie like a Persian
Not
run.
too strong.
yeah. Oh yeah. Don't you know?
Love him.
Yeah, that's the Fei Wang Long, whatever his name was. I don't know.
Right, blah, blah. You can't even say it right.
Love that guy.
I think you added an L to his middle name. Fei Flong. Fei
Yeah,
Flong
his
Wong,
sidekick was the Green Rancher.
the Green Rancher. Just popping Green Jolly Ranchers when he gets a moment. And then his last one was Albus Dumbledore, which is the reason I included him here with me, because
Nice.
we love that Dumbledore. Even though he didn't make my list, he was in my honorable mentions. 2 out of the 5, Chris, of his, he said in his list, have multiple personality issues. Kinda. Hope that doesn't mean anything about me. LOL. It does. It says a lot about you, Chris. But I already knew it. I already knew that about you.
We're judging you. We're judging you so hard right now.
So hard right now. Chris Smith. I can't find him. Where is he? Here we go. He also had Gandalf on his list.
Is that Corey's brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Wait. Yeah. Was it Corey Smith or wait? What was the name you said, Ronnie?
What?
Was it? It was.
For what?
Did you,
I think it was
did
Chris.
You say, yeah, it was Chris. Chris Fouch and Corey Fouch. They both answered together. They gave co-list.
Okay.
It was Gandalf, number 1, and number 2, Aragorn. Look at that, Ronnie.
Nice.
Number 3 was Thor. Number 4, Frank Fontaine from Bioshock. Very nice.
I don't know who that is, but I hope I'm gonna find out in July.
You're gonna find out, my friend. You're gonna find out. And then number 5 is Julius from Remember the Titans. What a grab.
That is. That's a good
Remember
one.
the Titans? Yeah. Strong side, left side. Yeah, you can't go wrong either way. For sure. From there, my number 2, Spider-Man, Marc Boucher.
Wait, you haven't done number 2 yet?
He's going from the
I do
bottom
number
up.
2 every day, Patrick. Every single day. Sometimes twice.
If you have taken nothing away from this podcast, you know Lucas is a healthy boy.
That is correct. No, but I haven't done number 2 yet with my list. Spider-Man, comically tragic hero. That he's humorous. He's always taken on challenges. And then honorable mention is Tony Stark, along with pretty much every MCU character, especially Thanos.
Which Spider-Man?
Can't go wrong.
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man.
Tom Holland. Sorry, Ryan Straube. I know you hate his guts, but I love him. I think he's the quintessential comic book.
I do like him. I think he plays a
representation.
good Spider-Man.
He's just so quick with the quips and the.
Oh, we're doing our
just-
fake names.
Oh, fake names.
I'm
Okay.
Spider-Man then.
And his American accent is nuts. Like, have you heard him speak in his natural British accent? Like,
Yeah.
he sounds so weird.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
like,
Rick
"Hey, how you
Grimes
doing?
from The
How you
Walking
doing?"
Dead. Have you heard him do an
Yeah.
interview?
Yeah,
Doesn't make
it's
sense.
so crazy. It just
He goes from
I
being
know-
like Western cowboy to all of a sudden Englishman.
Yeah, I don't understand how it works. Like, I know, Americans do British accents, but going the other way, it's
Yeah,
just
but all of
weird
ours
to
are
me.
terrible.
Isn't that Hugh Jackman? Doesn't
What
he
are you,
talk like that
what are you
too?
talking about? It's
Australian.
not terrible.
Yeah, he's like he
Yep.
has the Australian accent. You're like, who's this? Who are you?
Who are you? My number one, you'll like this, Mark. Aslan. Number one. Can't go wrong with the Jesus representative. In the movies, he's good. Liam Neeson as the voice is good. But when you read the books, when I read the books, like, I can't read, like, when I read the books with my kids and I read Aslan, every time I got to Aslan's part and the words he would say, I would start to get emotional. Like, it's just like, to me, it's C.S. Lewis wrote his words so well that it's like Jesus's words. And so that portrayal of Christ is so good. I honorable mention Jim Caviezel as Christ in The Passion of the Christ, and then Jonathan Romy in The Chosen, which I don't know if you guys have watched much of The Chosen yet. His Jesus portrayal, it's still early. It's only season 2 of The Chosen, is like, wow. It's
Wait,
amazing.
hold on. Are we doing our favorite actors? Because
Nope. I was just saying people's portrayal of Jesus.
okay,
I was doing like
he's being
people who
general.
portrayed.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like an honorable mention stretch. It's a stretch mention there. So, yeah, and then of course I have other honorable mentions as well.
yeah, and
So
Like what?
Grogu, Gollum,
Grogu Johannes.
Grogu Johannes, Gollum Johannes. I mean, I'll say Gollum in the movies, not so much in the books. He's a little too creepy in the books, but in the movies, he's hilarious. Still creepy, but hilarious.
yeah,
Yep.
Ahsoka, underrated, best non-mainline movie Star Wars character. Harry Potter in the books, not the movies. More the movies, I guess, than the book, or more the books than the movies. And then pretty much every Pixar fictional character is amazing, especially
that
Wall-E.
is a cop out.
Especially Wall-E.
That's a cop out.
And then my final honorable mention, you guys will love this: video game avatars that represent me in games like Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Fallout, and Skyrim. There's
I'm
nothing
pretty-
like,
I'm pretty partial to my MLB The Show character.
I know, right? Isn't that like the best fictional character ever? But yeah, so those are my honorable mentions. And
You actually
then,
left out Rocket the Raccoon, and I can't believe it.
Oh, that's right. That's a good call. Good pull. We have just a few more joiners lists. Let me just consult them here real quick. Rogue Hoffa, Ronnie, you're going to love this one. His number one, actually, you know what? I'm going to go to number 5 first. Number 5 is Albus Dumbledore.
Gotta wait it out.
I know. Number 4 is it Gohan or Gohan? I always forget.
Gohan.
Gohan, thank you, from DBZ. Number 3 is Joker. That says a lot about you, Hoffa. Number 2.
Which one, Hoffa?
It's the semicolon Joker, because that's all he put afterwards was a semicolon.
Heath Ledger, then I guess.
Yes, it's definitely the Heath Ledger one.
Grammatical
Just-
Joker. Got it.
Yeah.
No, it's if you don't choose, I'm choosing for you. It's the Jared Leto one. Sorry.
Oh gosh, barf.
Too late.
Hey,
Your list
though,
is awful.
Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder's Justice League Joker, though. Come on. Way better than.
think about it.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Well, you should.
What? No, Zack Snyder's
not.
Joker. That
Is that
Joker
where he would
just-
pretend to be Jesus?
he
At
just
some
Yes,
point?
unfortunately.
walked in circles. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about, Joker?
What?
Should have ended.
Number 2 for Rogue Hoffa is Spider-Man. Good choice. That's where I play Spider-Man. And then number 1 is any version of The Rock in
Yes.
any media.
I didn't really think of The Rock, but The Rock in itself is a fictional character. That's not actually him.
I mean,
so.
I get you. I got you. I'm with you on that. Chris 3, which do we know who Chris 3 is? Who is Chris 3? He hasn't explained himself in the Discord, so
He hasn't explained himself.
Explain yourself.
Well, he said,
Who
hey
are
guys, and
you?
he was so nice and like polite when he like joined our Discord, and he said, hey, nice to meet you, thank you, and he like thanked you, and then he disappeared, and then he just showed up and he gave a list.
I
was
mean, to
like,
play
really-
devil's advocate, I seemed nice at first. So
That's true. That's true. Good call. All right. Well, here's his list. Chris
could be a
3
monster.
on Discord. He said Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Mhm.
All right, I'm surprised nobody's brought him
Now-
up yet.
old man or young man, like Ewan McGregor,
Gotta
or
be young man.
Old man.
Hello, I am Obi-Wan
I
Kenobi.
have
You're-
not
you would
That's
do
a
old man,
name
Pat?
I haven't heard in
That's
a
a heavy
very
hit.
long time.
Those are not the droids you're looking for. Use the Force, Luke. Use it. It's right there in your pocket.
Yeah, I definitely
Your
like. I,
pocket.
I definitely.
That's not how the Force works.
I'm definitely a fan of the young version.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm looking
I love
forward to
that.
the
That's the
Obi-Wan
one I always
Kenobi
think of.
Disney Plus show.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be sweet.
Sweetness. Sorry, Chris 3 left. We left you hanging there. But that's a good first choice, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He also mentioned Ferris Bueller. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, we all wanted to be him
Bueller.
in high school, getting that day off. Willie Soak from Bad Santa. Soak?
I guess it's Soak. I don't know.
I don't know.
Which one? Who's that?
Is that
Bad
his,
Santa. I'm guessing
his-
that's
is that Billy Bob Thornton?
Billy Bob Thornton.
His
But
character.
I'll be honest. I
His
don't
name
know.
is Willie in those movies.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton. Oh, Billy Bob. And then Mark. We got another Marty McFly vote. So
Nice. I thought you were saying I was his favorite fictional character. It's like,
Mark Boucher, his favorite fictional character. You're not real. Congratulations.
I'm disappearing. I'm not real.
Oh no. And then his last one is George Costanza.
Nice.
Oh,
Got some
nice one.
Seinfeld representation.
nice.
Fantastic. Then with that, I think I just have one more list that I do not want to overlook.
Mhm.
Mountain Nerds podcast out at Nerds Mountain. Caleb himself.
Caleb.
Garrus from Mass Effect, a fine choice. He's got to be the most solid character in Mass Effect. The only one that doesn't have issues whatsoever is Garrus. He's a good guy.
I just realized I left him out of my update because I totally played with him as well.
He's over there screaming at the
Yep.
podcast like,
Yep.
no.
So,
Jared.
Caleb, I
we're so
apologize.
sorry. Making up names.
he
So
was
sorry,
he was
Caleb.
on for a couple of matches and then he had to jump off.
Mm.
So,
Ah.
Yeah.
Still counts. Still
forgotten.
counts.
yep, but you were there,
Uh,
and I know you were there.
Second on his list, Obi-Wan from Star Wars, as opposed to Obi-Wan from Star Trek. Don't want to get those mixed up.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh,
Make sure you point that out. Thanks.
Yep. Good choice, Caleb. Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. I've never watched Parks and Rec, but I love Ron Swanson from the gifs alone.
Yeah.
I got my, what is it? When he's like, I need to see your permit. He's like, here it is. And it says, I do what I want or whatever. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Good stuff. Then he said Iron Man and Batman, who are pretty much the DC and Marvel version of each other, or Marvel and DC.
Mhm.
Good choices. Fine choices, Kalebi. All right.
Do we do Spligs?
Dang it. This is what happened. Splig, this is what happens when
Breaking
you
news, we forgot
when you-
again.
Breaking news, I forgot because you waited to the last second.
So new, we forgot.
And he did two lists. So which one should I do? The one that doesn't seem real or the one
Both of them.
that you just do so you can do a top 10? All right,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
I'm going to go in the order that makes sense in my head. Number 10 for Splig is Spider-Man. Number 9 is Rafiki.
Huh.
Key.
that.
That's
That's a good one. It's a good one. Correction. I know your father. All right. Number 8, Santa.
Hey.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, we
Number
didn't give a spoiler.
Nope.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking
oops.
about. He's real.
No, yeah, he's real. Number 7 is Doug. Do, 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 do,
Nice.
do, do, do.
How about that show?
Next one is Walter White, aka Heisenberg,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
and that's his less obscure, not off the top of his head list. Now for the off the top of his head list,
Okay,
Right.
the Phantom of the Opera.
Nice.
That's a pick right there.
Yeah.
He's got issues. He also abducts people, and Yeah.
But he does it in the name
Alright.
of music.
I'm not judging you,
Yes.
but I'm judging you.
I'm judging it. Said something about you, Splig. His next one is Gimli. Good choice.
Gimli.
One of the
Okay.
trio.
Yeah.
Salted pork.
How about this one? Sun Wukong from the Monkey King.
And I'm out.
What is that? What is that?
That's I think that's Jet Li. I think from there's the movie called The Monkey King. It's like Jet Li's in it, Jackie Chan, some random girl, some other people.
Just to go back to Gimli real quick, that scene,
Yeah.
I think it was Return of the King, maybe, where Legolas takes down like the whole giant elephant with people all over it.
That only
And
counts as one.
That was one of the funniest things ever.
That is a funny one. Their competition throughout Two Towers and Return of the King is classic.
Hold
Oh
on.
yeah, I love how they're just counting out loud, yelling while they're just slashing people.
Yeah, Sun Wukong is. I just googled Sun Wukong, the Monkey King,
Yeah.
and he's a legendary mythical creature or figure.
All right. Yeah.
I don't see anything about a Jet Li thing.
There's not a movie, The Monkey King?
I don't know.
I might just be making
Maybe
stuff up. It's all good.
I'm just in the
Maybe you went to
throes of the
MySpace
internet right now.
You
The
found
Monkey-
like the Monkey King's MySpace page, and it's confusing you.
There's a Monkey King Chinese action fantasy.
Okay, who's in it?
Starring Donnie Yen, Chow Yun
Oh.
Fat. So you thinking of Chow Yun Fat?
No. Okay.
Hey, you're thinking of the Forbidden Kingdom. That his
The
character was the
Forbidden
Monkey
Kingdom.
King.
There we go. Okay, I'm not totally crazy. I thought this was a Samsonite moment. I was just gonna be like, wow, I was way off.
You're still crazy. This is not the.
I mean,
this
yeah,
is
that's
not
true.
the bar.
That's true. Can't argue with that.
There you go.
Oh, his last two: Junkrat from Overwatch.
Mhm.
Nice.
Again, crazy.
Mhm.
Crazy person. And then number one, Tyrannosaurus Rex, the true hero of Jurassic Park. I mean, he did save the day. Like he saved, in the OG.
But he
I was
killed
like-
the lawyer.
T-Rex existed. Oh, the lawyer was a sleazebag. He was like,
He was just-
come on. He was right
Yeah,
up
he
there
that
was
with,
hero.
going to the bathroom.
hey, choose your time wisely. Don't plop on, you got to plop at the right time.
Yeah, you had to expect that. I feel like in that scenario, getting out.
I remember watching that for the first time. My dad was just like, oh, wow. Like he was just like, he was like, I can't believe they just did that. And then he laughed a lot. It was really funny. Good times. All right. Well, there you go. That's Spligs. All Hearts Clear. Did that cover like pretty much every fictional character ever?
Yeah.
This should be called like the top 1 million fictional
Did
characters.
did
Top
we explain-
1,000.
What are we gonna do with this list?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes. What are we going to do with this list?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a list of 64 of these.
Yeah, we covered that. It's a good
And
thing we have a
we're go-
week to throw this list together.
We have 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Gotcha.
2
gotcha.
weeks. In 2 weeks, we're gonna do a tournament and see who is the best character.
Yeah.
Bracket
from-
style.
And
from
whoever
this
has
list.
the number one on their list, I don't know if I should do that. Never mind. I was going to give something away, but then what if it's like Batman and like there's like 5 people that picked Batman? We'll do a drawing and we'll
Is that how
figure
we're
it
gonna
out.
do it? We're
Someone's going
gonna
to get a
vote?
shirt. Someone's going
Vote
to
on
get
the
a shirt,
winners?
I think.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a way to figure out who the winner is. Especially
Yeah.
because there's 4 of us, so there's gonna be.
Sounds complicated. We might need a month.
We might need a 5th person on that podcast. Who knows?
All right.
So
Sounds good.
yeah. But yeah, so we'll figure out who the best character of all time is in 2 weeks.
All right. Fantastic. Well, if you want to be that 5th person on the show, you could actually audition to be on the podcast. You could call 929 GMG guys, leave a voicemail, and that would be cool.
I tell you what, yes. If you want to be on the 5th chair in 2 weeks, leave us a voicemail with your best impression of your favorite character.
There you go.
Yes.
There
And
you
we
go.
don't tell us what it is. We have to guess
Yes.
Mm.
on the show.
What's a
If we-
voicemail?
Yeah, how does that work?
I have an announcement real quick.
Yeah, this is unofficial housekeeping where we
Yep.
fluff towels and pillows and candies and tip you off and all that stuff.
To
Good news.
announce next week's
Let's hear it.
special guest. we will be having Norman Caruso, aka the gaming historian from the YouTube channel, The Gaming Historian. Go look it up if you haven't heard of him. He does great videos doing, all sorts of origins and histories of different video games from back in the day. He did one on Tetris that was fantastic. He's done several sort of mini episodes, but he does a great job. He also streams on Twitch as well. So he will be our special guest for next week's episode.
All right, all right. Fantastic. Well, we look forward to that. Until then, you can connect with us, of course, on Discord and Twitter. You can find us on twitch.tv and then some people's names and nicknames and such. Marc's on there playing Ratchet and Clank. I'm on there playing Shadow of Colossus. And who knows, maybe even Patrick and I will stream our suffering and fun of We Were Here Together this week. Chris is streaming Diablo 3 with me and Rocket League and Final Fantasy 7 Remake Sunday to Saturday. You can find one of us morning, afternoon, and night doing some streaming. Also rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, and or Stitcher.
Did we mention what the voicemail number is? I don't remember.
929 GMG guys.
Yeah.
That's 929, and then use the letters that are above the numbers to figure out what the rest of those are. You won't remember even if I tell you. So 929 GMG guys. Let your voice be heard. Speaking of what should be heard, Marc.
Yes, of course. On this week in movie history, we got several major ones of note that a couple of them on the same day, but a few years apart. May 23rd, 1980, the movie The Shining made its debut. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining with Jack Nicholson.
Here's Johnny.
Also, 4 years later, May 23rd, 1984, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom made its premiere. Yeah. And then Lucas, you'll enjoy this one. May 30th, 2003, Finding Nemo made its debut. Yes.
Yep. Nice.
And
a classic.
Happy birthday this week to Helena Bonham Carter, who was Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter films. She's been in several other movies, usually as some
Fairy
sort of
Godmother.
a crazy. Yeah. The
Fairy
Queen.
Godmother in the live action Cinderella.
She was also in Fight Club.
She was the Red Queen in Alice in Wonderland. She's usually some sort of crazy lady.
That's correct.
And also Gandalf, the Gray or the White, whichever you'd like. Ian McKellen, his birthday is this week.
Sir
Ian McKellen. My apologies.
McKellen.
And there's actually a picture of him wearing a T-shirt that says, "Yeah, I'm Gandalf and Magneto." Like, what of it?
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much it for this week in movie history.
Fantastic. All right. Speaking of movies, we of course we have come to our time of throwing in some more nominations for the GMG MAFT 100 list that will be unveiled in 8 episodes, just about 2 months. Marc, back at you just right away. What movie would you like to throw in?
Come back to me.
Yep. Oh, just kidding.
Yep.
It's like I did just come back to you. All right, Ronnie.
The Big Lebowski.
Ooh.
All right. Very nice. Patrick?
I'm gonna go with Independence Day.
Oh, nice pick.
Independence Day.
That speech he gives in Independence Day is like one of the best speeches I've ever heard in a movie.
Gives me chills.
Best
every
presidential
time,
speech,
dude. Every single time.
Wait, next time let's do the top 5 presidential speeches. That's number 1. Lincoln, number 2.
Yeah, the
number 3.
Fictional presidential speeches.
Arguable. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw in a Pixar movie. I feel like this one might have been mentioned already, but Inside Out.
Nope.
I think that's on there.
I know it's on your list, Patrick, but right?
It is not on my list.
What?
So, like when I put my list together, I had you in mind. So I did not put
so
any
you didn't
Pixar
put,
movies
you didn't
on
put
my
any
list.
Pixar. You're like, Lucas has got that covered. Yeah, you're right. All right, Inside Out. Count it for me. All right, Mark.
Cool.
I know Endgame has been mentioned. Has
Yeah.
Infinity War been mentioned?
Pretty sure Ronnie did both of them at the same time.
Dang
He's like,
it.
Infinity War and Endgame.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Doctor Strange it is.
That movie's trippy.
Yes, it is. The weirdest part is when he looks at his hand and then he has the fingers coming out of his fingers.
Yeah,
That one
Dormammu.
always
Dormammu?
weirds me
I've
out.
come to
I've
bargain.
come to bargain.
That's my it's
Dormammu.
easily my favorite part of the
That's
movie.
such a
Where he just
good
gets killed
ending,
over and
man.
over again.
Yeah, dude.
The ending is so good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Wait, were you going to say something?
No, that's
Mark?
it. That's it.
Martrick. I
done.
almost mixed Mark and Patrick's
Martrick?
name together. Martrick. Park.
Martrick, the Green Rancher.
Martrick Johantes.
Yep. All right. Pat, Mark, and Ronnie J. Along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners, go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.